People actually have answers to questions. They will ask you, you know, this man is doing this, but I still love him. And you wonder, is loving the person and what they are doing what's important?
Love will wait. It will not demand for its own way. If you are true love, I tell you, you will not struggle to find true love. You will really know who is true.
Hello everyone, how you doing? I hope you're keeping well. January ndo inaenda kuisha. My friends, how has it been? Has it been long and lonely, hot and windy? How has it been? Tell us right below here on the comment section. And of course, how have your relationships begun this year? And hopefully we are having Valentine's around the corner. So are people ready? Are people ready? Anyway, thank you for being part of this show today. We are always happy to have you on board. And of course, this is Wema TV and Decoding the Process, your host, Moraa. I have my guest with me. He was here with us some time back, and I know he has much more to bring on board. I mean, when we talked about true love, he didn't exhaust what he had. And of course, it's a very major issue that we need time to really, of course, dissect into. So today we have more of it for you today. And before we go into what we have for you, let's hear from our guest. Karibu.
Thank you, Arthur. I'm happy to be back on the show again. My name is Daniel Mwangangi, and I come from Deliverance Church Kizito. I'm married to one wife, Mercy, Kali, and blessed with one son.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's a father and he's married for how long?
Now a year is we are almost getting to a year, 1 year.
Wow. Wow.
It's a few weeks to our first anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is just amazing. I mean, we are here hosting somebody who is just about to celebrate his anniversary. And they say the first year is quite a turmoil. Can you help young people to really see if, what's the reality with settling down and, of course, the adjustment on that first year?
Okay. First year in marriage, I think it's different for different people. But one thing remains, that we get to know one another more.
Yeah.
In that first part of marriage, get to know who really this person was. Now, this girl, this boy you really loved so much, you thought they were perfect. Now you realize how they have mistakes. They are really human. They are human beings. They are not angels.
I know.
Yeah.
Tunasemanga character development. Hawajangi marriage ndo character development for real.
That's where character development
that is
is
where
done.
Character development is. Because for real, that is when you're tested on a daily basis. You know, you get to see somebody's weaknesses every day, and you have to be patient with them. You have to forgive them. You have to do a lot. Again, you get to know yourself. Because I think and aspects of kuna buttons aziko zimepushiwa until you know this person comes into your life that goes. So guys, I mean, as we discern true love, that is the reality of life. And as he said, it's different for everyone. So whatever people tell you out there, it's it's part of their story, but it doesn't have to be your story. Write yours. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you for being a part of this. So we can now go directly into what we have today. And of course, what do we expect now that we have looked at a few aspects? What are the other things now that we also have the biblical aspect of how God expresses what love is? And of course, we have so many things, but the basic foundation is the truth in the Word of God. You can take it up from there.
Thank you. Last time we talked about a few things that would help one to be able to find true love in a more established manner. And I know as we are talking about all these things, we are really trying to find a place in permanent relationships. How to establish long-lasting relationships leading to marriage and have life in it and to have joy in it. And so we really don't have another way is best, which we can really compare with the way of the Lord to be a way that can really help anyone to perfect their lives. So we have that way of the author of life, and that's why we are focusing on the Bible and the Word of God. He who is love, because the Bible describes him as love. And so I would like us today to read a portion of scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verses 4 to verses 8. The Bible says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record of when it has been wronged. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins. Love never gives up, never loses faith. It always is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Love will last forever, but prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and speaking knowledge will all disappear. Paul discusses the aspect of love is something that does a lot of things. According to verse 4, he says, love is patient. And when we are talking about true love, we are talking about love that is really patient. If it is true, it is patient. It waits. It knows how to create boundaries. I think boundaries are one thing that cultivates patience in us. If today I wanted to go to another country, I will have to wait until every document is well processed. I need to know when to do what, when every legal matter has been dealt with. And that's true love. Just like that, true love will have you to be patient, and even the other party, you realize that both of you are and need to be patient with one another to enable the true love to really grow within or among yourselves. To know that there are things, if we really want to maintain the true love, we don't need to do. For example, we cannot say we are in true love when we are not patient with our flesh. When flesh drives us to maybe engage in premarital sex before we get married, we cannot then call it true love. It's not true love. That's lust. It has turned to something else. So true love will be patient. You'll be patient. You know boundaries. You know how to work it, because your intention is to have it live long. So you will be intentional about being patient. Kind. You'll be intentional about being kind to one another. You cannot be dating someone who is fighting you every other day and you're saying, this person, I have faith they will be my husband or my wife. I tell you, it is already broken before you start it. Love is not jealous. It is not boastful. It is not proud. Love is humble. If it is not proud, it's humble. You'll find humility in your journey. It's not about being boastful and jealous and all that, or even rude. We have said love is kind. Up to there, I would like us to look at this love as us, and we putting our names to that bit. And when you are dating someone, or when you are looking at some other people to, or looking for someone to get married to, you can really say, mother is patient. Okay, am I really that patient about this other person? I would say, okay, Daniel is kind. Am I really kind? It's like a test to self, and you really know that if you are true love, I tell you, you will not struggle to find true love. You really know who is true. Yeah, an original thing will know the other original bit of it. So it's about checking myself and how I really appear, and then I will be able to get in touch with the
that's
right
very
end.
Important, because people think it's very hard to know who is true. But if you're true, you know the true person. You always know counterfeit.
True.
You know, people know things they are off. It's very easy. That's why, for instance, it's very easy for you to know a Kenyan when you're in America. All these people are black. When you look at this person, from the way, the accent, the way they're doing things,
Yeah.
This must be a Kenyan. True. Or let me use a very elaborate example. You know, us here, we can't differentiate a Korean from a Chinese and a Japanese.
Yeah.
But those people know each other.
They do.
I know, we all know they all have small eyes, but you don't even know who is who when you see them. But them, they know. This is a Japanese, this is a Korean, this is a Chinese. So you know person of your kind.
Yeah.
If you're true, you will know this is true. If you're counterfeit, definitely knowing counterfeit is very easy. Yeah. So you just have to work on yourself, and you'll attract the right person.
To be a true love.
I love that.
True. Thank you. As we move towards the end, I think I want to mention verses 6, verses 5. It says, love does not demand its own way. It does not try to force its own way into someone's life. You're not. I know there's that bit of in Kenyan way of things. There's forcing yourself to someone. But Bible, it's also talking about or addressing the issue of us trying to find our own way into things, insisting too much. Even when you are dating, you find like someone is insisting so much on their own way. They really want to make you be like something else. Love does not. Love will be patient. One, it will wait you to really adjust. It will give you time to grow, be something, or it will not demand for things that really cannot come out immediately. And so that is love. Love will wait. It will not demand for its own way. It breaks itself, just like we said in the first time. It bends itself to favor you. That's love. Yeah. And I think love keeps no record when it has been wronged. There's a lot of forgiveness. You realize that we can really forgive each other. That's a very important, essential in marriage. Forgiveness cannot be overlooked. And if I can forgive and you can forgive, it really means we can really, because we will really hit one another. Time after time, we will be having mistakes that will be irritable to you, and you'll feel, no, it's so bad. But in cause of that, forgiveness, it's very basic in matters to do with love.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those are basic, rather, reference points for us to really look to when we're talking about love.
True love, yeah.
I want to probably, from what we have, just do some practical.
Yeah.
I mean, bring some few examples and probably tell me if that is true love. Well, from what we see happening nowadays, is do you say this lady loves me so much because she comes, she cooks for me, she washes my clothes, she makes sure I am good, and it's a common practice. Ladies think that I can only do everything for this man for them to know that I actually want to be with them. Is that true love?
I think that one, in the long run, it cannot pass the test of time. Because everybody can cook, everybody can do everything.
Yeah.
But that one does not mean they love you. They can be doing some business transaction to buy you in. And once you are in their box, then they will show their real
self.
Yeah, true self.
Wow. So another case, a man is dating a woman.
Yeah.
But the woman feels like they have to officiate things, but the man doesn't want to go through the process. In that case, when a woman wants something, and like you're saying, love does not just seek its own way.
Yeah.
Yes, this man maybe loves you, has treated you well, but when it comes to the point of doing things right, he refuses. And this woman wants to know, is this true love? Is it?
Okay. Are you talking about in the case where they're not
married, they're just dating, yes?
Yeah, they're dating.
But maybe the lady now feels it's been too long. I mean, we need to now do what's important and get to accountability levels. Of course, now do the process for us to settle down officially. But the man feels, I don't want that. If anything, it's either we wait, doesn't give a timeline, or they don't want to do that anymore. But they say they love you. Is that true love?
Okay, I think it might be an issue of understanding why accountability is needed for marriage or even relationship bits. If the man does not understand why we need accountability, then they might delay. And now that one calls for the lady to involve a third party to have the man understand. And in the case where the man is not ready to give in to this plan of being accountable, I would advise the lady to just leave that project.
So basically it's not true love.
It's not true love. Yeah.
Wow. So because many times people actually have answers to questions. They will ask you, you know, this man is doing this, but I still love him. And you wonder, is loving the person and what they are doing what's important? Because I know I love them, yes, and there's emotional connection. But as we have defined it today, true love is in what this person represents through what they do. Not just the fact that we are connected emotionally. And I feel now, because actually intense emotions might be very false love. Many psychologists have proven true love is normally very calm. Very peaceful. Yani akunanga hizo vitu zenye watu wanangojanga ati I will feel like I'm in heaven, you know, all those things people think about. So so basically those are just some instances that I feel from the last, you know, you could tell some people are in situations where they feel like they're confused. Is this person in love with me, or are they just, you know, seeking their own ways? So possibly you can now conclusively just tell us a few of the things that we need to focus on as we wrap up, and of course talk to these young people. How can they, you know, you have been there, how can they even tell us how the other side of love when it's wrong, how it looks like, you know, and some of the experiences you've had.
Okay, I think it's clear, just like the Bible puts it, love does not insist in its own way. Nowadays we have the culture of come we stay, others call it come we risk. And that means I am insisting on my way. If you really love me, you are the lady, come and be with me in my house. Let's stay together. Let's start living like we are trying to get married. And with the time, now that's where the case of even the man not wanting to commit himself for accountability comes in, because he has already gotten what maybe his way was, because he was insisting in its own way. So I would advise us to really look at it. If you are out there, you are doing can we stay, can we risk, I think it's high time you really look at it and know this is not true love. You are really testing this, but it is not true love. It is someone insisting in his own way. The flesh is pushing this person to do. You might even have agreed together to do that, but it is you are insisting on your own way to do a certain pattern. So it's possible for us to understand true love when we are able to see these characteristics we have mentioned here. Patience. This person will be patient, and they will be even open enough to want to make it public, make it known, because they want accountability around it. You are building a marriage. It's not like a secret relationship hidden somewhere, such that now when someone calls you someone's husband, you feel like it's a secret. Nobody should know. Marriage is not a secret. It's something public, and let's view it in that point. Then we will have a long-lasting relationship with that person you really love. You love them, make it public.
Wow. Wow, I love that. And you know, people think it's very simple to just say love is being patient. Love is being kind. Love is not seeking your way. Love is being, you know, all those things. But they don't know that when the test comes, it's not that easy. Because patience, you know, love is really partnering with God in the journey of this human being's life. I am partnering with God to, you know, is this person going to become better for me being in their life? Am I going to help them accomplish their purpose? Am I going to be there in their life to pull them down or bring them up? So people need to understand that love is very, very wide. And it's not just about a lady and a man really enjoying each other's company. it's so broad, and thank you for helping us see that. It's those are things young people don't really focus on, and that's why when it comes to marriage, it becomes very hard because they're never prepared early enough to know this is what is expected of me, and when they get there, it becomes very difficult. So thank you very much, Daniel, and of course, thank you for being with us again today. You have always helped us see things in a different way, and of course, thank you to you, our viewer. You have been consistent, and especially for those who are always here on Tuesday, 9:45 p.m. Don't miss out these things, and make sure to watch to the end. Sometimes the best point is towards uko mwisho. You never know. People finish strong more than how they started with. So, I mean, you never know. So always stick to the end, and keep on watching our show, Decoding the Process, only on Wema TV, where we help you see how love works and that relationships work and ultimately marriages work. So trust in the process, and of course, trust in God. Thank you very much, and have a blessed evening.